Kevin Harlan. The Hornets hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
And I think for Charlotte, they've got to be thrilled with the way this season has started for them. They've already got some big wins under their belt and definitely a confidence booster.
And that's what they needed early on. Some performances that proved to themselves and everyone else that they have the talent to compete with any team in the league.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Then it's Young. Then it's Alex Len. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Prince. Lays it up off the glass. Prince has got his team on the board to start the game for Atlanta.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense. Force them to close off the lane.
Here's Walker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
You love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80–90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start. And then also, they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
And he makes the first.
So much of this Hawks team is under the age of 25. They have a lot of room to grow as a unit and improve together. They'll have their ups and downs, but a lot of talent to build around here with the Hawks.
So he gets them both. And Smitty, with all young cores, the Hawks will have to be patient with this group.
Yeah, you can't add too much stress to this group too quickly. You saw how long it took the Sixers core to come together. Fortunately, I think the Hawks organization recognized that and will give them the time they need.
Now here's Len. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami.
His shot blocking dominated the game. His 3 blocks really had an effect on defense.
And that one is good.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, a big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
Stolen by Len. Here's Bazemore, and the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Good luck keeping pace with Baze in transition. He is built for that.
Now here's Lamb. He's covered by Bazemore. Walker's shot is off. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Prince's shot is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Walker looking for an opening. Here's the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Walker's got 6 points.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And Young kicks it to Bazemore. The Hawks working the ball around. Out left to the wing. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Let's take a quick look now at some stats for Lamb. How he did last season. He put up about 13 points a game last season. 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Young, coming off a solid outing against Miami. Spellman. Another three for Atlanta.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now here's Walker. He has 6. Batum wide open. He fires. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Bazemore, covered by Lamb. Shots good from Young.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Passes it to Lamb. Misses the three. The Hawks leading by 9. Pass to Prince. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Prince has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Charlotte's gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
And now a look at Kemba Walker. Some numbers on him. Last year, getting it done. 16th in scoring, 19th in assists, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. Now, here's Walker. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Cleveland over Young. That one wide left.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Bazemore misses. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. They trail by 11. And again, the Hornets missing. From deep, Prince. Zeller grabs the board. For Charlotte, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. They get a hand on it. Walker with it, and Young picks him up defensively. 4 on the shot clock. Batum passes to Walker. From deep three-point range, rebound Atlanta. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
And the Hornets call time here. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Number 5, the Hawks.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
On defense, the Hawks, 13-point lead. Trying to get back on track. Charlotte no good that time either.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Pretty obvious Young believes in his ability. A fearless shooter who also does a good job at orchestrating the offense.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That's good from Young.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta.
And so he makes both from the line. And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
Batum against Prince, and Batum kicks to Lamb. Outside Williams. Buries it from three-point range. Williams has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Lloyd Pierce. I asked him what reasons he cited for their disappointing record so far. He said, it's not so easy to put a finger on. I think we may lack the killer instinct of some of the better clubs. We haven't displayed the confidence to finish teams off even when we have them on the ropes. Been a rough year for them, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Young. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Len finds Bazemore. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Hawks lead by 14.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Prince against Batum. And stolen by Prince. Inside, here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Here's Williams, and Charlotte again with the bucket. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Young dishes to Len. Spellman, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Now here's Lamb. He had 19 points in the win against Cleveland. Walker's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Prince. And that one is off. And Charlotte will come the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Second chance points are a big part of the game, and they did a terrific job creating many of those opportunities for themselves.
And here's Len. Kemba Walker hitting his three to go. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's now 11 points for Trae Young.
Extending the lead, this has been a great period for him offensively.
And Walker kicks to Williams. And it's the Hornets another three.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Smitty, when you were playing, the league tinkered with the distance of the three-point line. Given the emphasis on perimeter offense now, should they consider moving it further out?
Kevin, please not. No way. Guys are shooting it 4,
I had to ask.
5 feet behind the line already. Now if you move it back, then they're going to move back to half court.
I know.
Keep the line the way it is right now. I like it the way it is right now, Kevin.
It's enough of a challenge, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. Bridges, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Monks subbed in for Lamb. They get it back. And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in. Kid Gilchrist has got his first basket.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Young against Walker. Young's shot is off.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. Clearly a foul.
For Charlotte, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard him. Kid just plays with an edge.
Atlanta making a switch here. Lynn's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. The Hawks leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And above the rim finisher, Dedmon gets most of his points right at the rack.
Lynn against Walker. Here's Monk. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Lock at 6. Charlotte no good that time either. Atlanta's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. Carter kicks to Lynn. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Bembry misses. Hornets trail by 12. Monk, no one around him. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pass to Bembry. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Right wing. Here's Walker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And he makes the first but misses the second. Atlanta leading by 13. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Lynn the pass to Bembry. Sinks the three-pointer. Bembry's got 5 points so far.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
I love when a team comes out and establishes a three-point shot. Opens up the drive for later on.
Monk. Charlotte again missing. Now, here's Dedmon. Hernangomez covering.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Outside, Walker. 2 points. That one goes. 14 points for him.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Hawks on top, up by 16. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Parker and Monk, that's their backcourt. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Hernangomez, and it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Parker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Lynn against Parker. To the inside. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
And Parker, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
such a great player for so long, Tony Parker. I remember when he first entered the league, fast, raw, and full of energy, and so erratic, he made Pop pull out his hair.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Smitty, speaking of Parker, didn't take him long to acclimate not only to the Spurs, but to the entire NBA.
Yes, I saw him as a rookie. I played with him. He led the Spurs in steals and assists, was named to the all-rookie first team, went on to become one of the best point guards in the league for over a decade.
That one is no good. Steve, offenses have gotten so good at stretching the floor. What are defenses doing to counteract that?
I think that what they're doing right now is they're having guys with the versatility of switching, because if you run pick and roll and you can switch, it keeps everybody in front of you. And I think also right now they're having multiple guys and going deeper to have guys who are in foul trouble that they can look down to their bench and they can play 10 or 12 guys on their roster.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, D.A., for sure. Thanks. Here is Carter, following the score by Tony Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the pass to Monk.
Come on, shoot!
Parker outside. "11 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. Parker's got 5.
And though Parker has stretched his game out to the three-point line, he remains at heart a mid-range shooter.
Outside, Lynn. Dedmon. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Dedmon, a solid all-around center, gives you solid production on both ends of the floor. Not a big name by any means, but coaches love to have him as an option on their roster.
Poitras, he's checked in for Carter. Parker against Lynn. Now, here's Monk. He's covered closely. Can't hit from the elbow.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Kid Gilchrist banked in off the glass. Kid Gilchrist has got his second basket.
You can't give him any daylight, or he will do just that.
Outside, Lynn fires from the wing. Basket good. Lynn's got his first points of the night.
And really respect the confidence of Lynn. His teammates love how he runs these pick and roll plays.
Parker finds Kid Gilchrist. Here's Bridges. There's the steal. Out to the right wing. Parker against Lynn. Passes it to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. 6 to shoot. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Last game he had 10 points. And here is Monk. This one for 3. It's good from long range.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Lynn's got 4 points this quarter.
Up by a bunch, he's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now, here's Monk. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
So it's the Hawks now, after the miss from Malik Monk. Herter got a hand on it. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass, gave a terrific effort in that department.
Now here's Parker. Buries it down low. Parker's got his third bucket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Dedmon kicks to Bembry. And a wide open look for Lynn. Drills it from outside. Lynn's got 7 points. Hornets trail by 17. Pass to Monk. Left side, Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Monk. Takes the three. They get it again. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Herter got a piece of it. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Parker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And what a career it's been for Tony Parker. 4 titles to his name, a finals MVP, 6-time All-Star. I mean, the accolades go on and on for what is truly one of the most impressive resumes you'll see in the NBA.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And for Tony Parker, will certainly go down as one of the greatest Spurs ever to put on a San Antonio uniform.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And it's strange to see him in any other uniform than a San Antonio Spurs. And he made a move in the offseason. And, you know, here's what he brings to this team. A lot of experience, championship pedigree, and a guy that I think could maybe help get this Hornets team over the hump.
Shots good from Young.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Inside, stolen by Len. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Zeller's got 4 rebounds in this game. Williams for 3, bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got 11.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Young passes to Len, and Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Charlotte making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Atlanta making a switch here. Prince outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Shots good from Young.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Lamb with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here's Walker outside. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Fires the 3. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds in this game. 3-pointer. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta leading by 12. Young outside. Shoots over Walker. Young's shot is off. The Hornets have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. And the dunk by Zeller.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the bucket by the Hornets. Three-pointer. The shot missing. And the Hornets now going the other way.
You know what, I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Marvin Williams. Altorian Prince out of Baylor. He had a fantastic breakout year for the Hawks.
Well, you knew there would be an opportunity last year in Atlanta. Prince made the most of it, stepped in as a leader on offense and defense. Still very young and has all the confidence he needs to build on his success.
And he knocks down the first one. Steve, you had an excellent playing career. Talk a little bit about the work you had to put in and just to get to the NBA.
Yeah, it comes down to that work ethic. Obviously, we all have talent, but you have to put in that work. And that work continues on the court, off the court, and it's basically 365 days a year where you have to find a way to get better.
Was it mainly shooting for you?
No, not mainly shooting for me, Kevin. I think it was always just my overall game.
Now here's Batum. 9 points last game out.
And checking out some stats for Prince. Last season's performance for him. Put up about 14 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Now here's Len. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Stolen by Len. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Bazemore. And he can't bank that one in. Hornets trail by 11. Back to Zeller. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Zeller's got 6 points.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Young dishes to Prince. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
With Taurean Prince, a lot of his improvement and production have come with his increased confidence. When he's out there, he has a green light from anywhere. That puts him at ease.
And that one falls for Prince. Well, with Prince, a lot of confidence boost came from others on the team that were believing in his style of play and believing in him.
Kevin, his teammates and coaching staff saw just how good he is when he's aggressive. Prince has the ability to be an efficient volume scorer. Hopefully, he continues to build on his confident play.
And both free throws good for Prince.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now Walker, he's got 17. Knocked loose. Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Williams comes with a double team. Prince buries it down low. He's got 15.
Give this young man a lot of credit. Prince has made a difference when his number's been called.
And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Over in the corner, Williams. Nailed from three-point land. Williams has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets. To the inside, and the dunk by Len.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Batum inside the three-point line. Carter pulls it in. Atlanta leading by 12. Down low, stolen by Walker. To the middle. Batum, good. Batum's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here is Carter. He had a 12-point.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Walker against Young. Here's Walker. 17 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The scene at night here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
On the court for Atlanta, Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. Then there's Len. Then it's Taurean Prince. And stolen by Bazemore. And Prince with a clear path to the hoop.
You see the long reach of Bazemore being disruptive, getting them out and running. Well, fans were worried that Kent Bazemore was going to plateau after his big contract. Put those fears to rest last season. Pretty good numbers all around for the Old Dominion grad.
One shot, gentlemen.
And with Bazemore, he's always been a hard worker, so you figured he'd have a bounce-back year.
You don't fight your way onto NBA rosters like Bazemore had to do without a good work ethic. His outside shooting improved a lot last season, also improved his playmaking.
Now here's Lamb, looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot clock at 6. Zeller finds Walker, drops in the tray.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Young against Walker. Up top, Bazemore. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Williams. Kicks it to Lamb. Fires the three. The rebound by Young.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Up top, Bazemore. Covered by Lamb. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Kent Bazemore, very limber, attacking the rim. He's an athlete.
Come on, shoot!
Walker the pass to Lamb. Shoots over Bazemore. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lamb's got his first points in this one. Young dishes to Prince. Young outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That's a two-pointer from Walker. Atlanta with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Back to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Lenka kicks it to Bazemore. Shoots the three, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
And the Hornets call time here. And Kent Bazemore came into this league being known as a defender, and that's still his calling card.
Bazemore has incredibly long arms that he bothers shooters with. Comes up with a good amount of steals as well.
Monk's checked in for Charlotte. And the Hawks making a change here. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Back to Zeller. And Batum kicks to Monk. Over in the corner, Batum. And stolen by Prince. And there's the pass to Young. Prince outside. Shot clock at 6. Hornets trail by 12. Outside Williams. It's tipped. And Charlotte turns it over again.
And a moment to see numbers for Nicholas Batum. Last season's performance for him averaged about 11 points a game last season. 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
It's good. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Monk, the pass to Zeller. Young against Walker. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Williams. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
From deep, Walker knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got it back down to within single digits for Charlotte. Hawks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Young dishes to Prince. Passes it to Dedmon. Over to the wing. There's the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 15.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
And here's Walker. And he has 28 points for the game. Now, here's Monk. Back to Batum. From deep, Walker. Good on the three-point shot. Walker's got 31 points.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
Charlotte making some changes. Hernangomez is checked in for Zeller. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Bridges in for Nicholas Batum. Pass to Lynn. From deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Outside, Lynn. Stolen by Walker. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Hernangomez. Outside, Walker. And it's off the back rim, no good. Atlanta leading by 7. Here's Bembry. He's got 7. Outside, Lynn. Here's Bembry, defended by Bridges. Bembry shot good. Bembry's got 9 points. Charlotte's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And Walker kicks to Monk. The 3. Hornets keep it alive. Hernangomez. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Hernangomez has got his first basket of the night. Lynn looking it over. There's the pass to Bembry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 11 points in the game.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Walker the pass to Monk. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside, Lynn tries a 3. Hernangomez grabs the miss. Hernangomez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Walker finds Hernangomez.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Lynn is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Outside, Walker fires from the line. They grab their own miss. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Lynn against Walker, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
The fans really get their money's worth when they get to see him make plays like that.
Here's Monk after the basket by Atlanta. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Takes the 3. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for Charlotte.
And a lot of shots from long distance. They're trying to stretch out the D and force them to cover out in space. And a lot of times that enables an offense to get some opportunities to attack in the paint.
Gomez kicks to Bridges. Here's Walker. Drills the elbow jumper. Walker's got 33 points.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Passes it to Dedmon. Dishes it to Lynn. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Walker's shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Shot's good by Dedmon.
More comfortable on the finishing end these days. Dedmon's jumper is looking great.
And Walker kicks to Gomez. Pass to Monk. Shoots the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Monk's got 6 in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Hawks passing it around. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Walker.
And not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Charlotte making some changes. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Bridges, and Parker subbed in for Walker. 1:21 left in the third quarter of the game. Lynn kicks to Len. Back to Lynn. Inside. And the dunk by Len.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Parker outside. 51 seconds left to play in the third. Gomez with the ball. Len on him. Here's Kid Gilchrist. He's off from 17 feet. And here's Lynn. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Gomez. Right side, Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Monk. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Parker finds Kid Gilchrist. Over Carter. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
And so it's Atlanta in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Williams is down low with Zeller. Jeremy Lamb out there with Tony Parker. And it's Batum in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hornets 5. Now here's Len. Williams with the block. On the wing, Lamb. He's covered by Bazemore. Lamb passes to Parker. Feeds to Batum. Back to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Zeller. Lets it go with a 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Atlanta leading by 8. Bazemore with it. He's picked up by Lamb. And it's Carter missing. And for the Hornets, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. And Lamb kicks to Williams. 13 feet away. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And the pass to Lamb. Carter outside. Spellman. He's guarded by Williams. Rebound by Williams. Passes to Parker. And here is Lamb. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside, Batum. Clock at 4. Over Carter. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Back to Bazemore. Kicks to Len. Young outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Cody Zeller.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half. And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Atlanta leading by 6. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. We told him one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way, guys.
Now here's Zeller. After the miss from Trae Young. Count it. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
Sneaking inside, converting the high percentage look. Something Parker does well.
Young dishes to Carter. Pass to Len. To the left side wing. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
Now, here is Young.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
They get it again.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Len's shot is off. Hornets trail by 4. Lamb with the ball. He dishes it to Batum. Pass to Parker. He kicks it to Lamb. 5 on the clock. The tray. Charlotte no good that time either. Atlanta leading by 4. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Bazemore misses. Charlotte's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Williams kicks to Parker. The pass to Lamb to tie it up. Shot clock reset for Charlotte.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
The Hawks leading. Bazemore on the wing. It's stolen by Lamb. Swiped away. Carter, the pass to Young. To the paint, Spellman, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
Now here's Parker. Outside, Batum. And the dunk by Batum.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. No good from Lamb. Len finds Bazemore, and the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore can sneak up on you with his length. Doesn't take much to get to his launch point.
Parker with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Fires from deep. It's good, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Batum.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
That's what you have to do. Clutch shots, clutch shooters, they come through in those positions.
Williams with the defensive effort.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Spellman, he's guarded by Williams. The layup off target.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt, that could be a gigantic swing in momentum, given how that sequence developed.
Here's Zeller. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Hawks leading by 4. Carter with the 3. It's good from long range.
I'll tell you, even though he's a question mark from range, you still have to defend him.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Free throw drops for Lamb. Walker's checked in for Tony Parker. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Prince is checked in. And Lamb drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And stolen by Zeller. On the wing, Batum. Rebound by the Hawks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Down low. Prince kicks to Young. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. That one good for 2.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Lamb. Outside, Batum. No good with the triple. The Hawks leading by 7.
He's going to have to wait to hit his first triple of this half. He had 3 at the break.
Zeller passes to Lamb. To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lamb's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Young finds Bazemore. Passes it to Len. Prince outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Lamb. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got 20. Hornets trail by 7. Now Walker. Pass to Lamb. Williams passes to Lamb. Batum against Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. 9 points for Batum. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. There's the dish to Prince. Kicks to Bazemore. Young outside. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Inside. Lamb passes to Walker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Bazemore on the wing. Left side Walker to take the lead, and another 3 for Charlotte.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
He's been huge from deep. That's where he's done most of his damage. And if they need another 3, he'll be the guy.
Now here is Young. Pass to Bazemore. Over Lamb. Misses off the left iron. Charlotte shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Batum. That shot off. Prince with the defensive effort. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Bazemore, covered by Lamb. Buries it from outside.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 2. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Taurean Prince.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
Now here's Walker. With some arc. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. .40 seconds left in the game. And Young, here we go. Trying to get open is Len. Young's shot is up.
And, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, so things haven't gone his way.
A big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
Lets it go from 14.
Yes!
He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. They could win it. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So off the tip, it's Charlotte. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Hawks. He kicks to Prince. To the middle. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Young.
Yeah, and this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Walker against Young. Here's the floater. They recover it. 6 on the shot clock. Batum for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Land's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Prince wide open. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch and shoot game is still his specialty.
And here is Monk. And that one drops for him. Monk's got the game tied up here for Charlotte.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Dishes it to Prince. Out to the right wing. Herter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Young against Walker. Hits it again. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Spellman, he's guarded by Williams. Young up top to the paint. Here's Len. Spellman, they get it back. Here's Prince. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Prince has got 5 points now this quarter.
The evolution of Prince when they needed a hoop in a close game. He's one of the guys that they can count on.
With the teardrop, and another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And there's the pass to Young. Shoots over Walker. Herter. Missed inside.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Stolen by Len. And the dunk by Zeller.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Greg, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
They want to get out and run any chance they get. Superb D that generated into easy offense for them.
Herter. The kick out to Young. Down low. Spellman. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And here's Walker outside. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And that's now 10 points for Cody Zeller.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip point.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Free throw line jump shot. And again, it's Atlanta. Now, here's Walker. Teardrop shot. Not going to go that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. To the paint. Here's Young. It's in!
Game tightening up. No problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Charlotte calls timeout. They trail by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Monk kicks to Walker. Charlotte moving it around. Len grabs the board. And it's the Hawks' ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Young outside. Over Williams. Young's shot is off. And so it's Charlotte with it. It's a 3-point game. Charlotte again missing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To shoot. Herter. Yes!
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 9 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Two shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so the Hawks take the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Jeremy Lin. Impressive team win tonight. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a great effort, 1 through 15. Everybody just coming out with high energy and playing team basketball.
The ball got going and it led to a big win, Jeremy. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.